in our gym bag and thinking, oh my goodness, that stinks. That's why we have a father of 2 boys and our gardening expert, Frank Ferragine, in the house.
Great to be here.
Frankie, you're coaching the boys.
Yeah.
They are playing every sport imaginable.
Yeah.
We have to talk about cleaning up their gear, storing it, putting it away, and just being organized. Because, I mean, this whole situation happening here is actually a mortgage.
Well, it is a mortgage.
This is a lot
indeed
of sports gear.
It's amazing what you'll spend on your kids. And, you know, a lot of the times our garage, our basement looks like something exploded.
Yeah.
Because Matheson, which is my youngest, all of a sudden in the middle of winter, he'll be deciding, I want to grab a baseball glove. Hey, I want to grab something from summer. It never fails. Or maybe you're going on vacation. You're going to Florida, maybe doing that road trip, and you need to find these things. Yes. So in the past, we used to put them all in the storage bins. My wife loves her label maker. Like, if she was to divorce me, she would just go to bed with her label maker. I'm telling you. She loves it. Beyond. But it was failing. You know, we would do these bins, and the kids would just kind of go in, and they never could see what was in them. So we went to a clear bin system. Smart. So what we've done in the garage and in the basement as well, all these clear bins, and generally what we do is whatever sport or whatever season we're at, we'll put it to the bottom of the shelf where the kids can access it unless it's dangerous. Like sometimes the hockey skates you want to put a little bit higher up.
Yes.
And then some of the sports at that time of the year that are ending, we'll put them to the higher shelves because we won't need access to them.
Very smart.
And even with that, we even use our own stuff. So this here is all my coaching gear that we have in there as well.
Manuals and everything.
Manuals. I'm making sure that I follow all the rules right.
Good for you. I love this idea. All the swimming gear is up here because we can never find our goggles for the kids. Like, they're all over the place. So now you've got everything in one spot. Yeah.
So this is perfect because we can see it. The only key about this, too, is, number one, when you're storing things, the number one enemy is?
I don't know.
Water.
Water.
Yeah. So the number one enemy, if I was to store something in a sealed container and it was wet, well, that's going to get moldy and we're going to get into a lot of difficulties, right?
Yes.
So we got to make sure, number one, if we're storing, we make sure that they're dry. A lot of things you'll see is, you know, put them in open weave boxes, let them breathe. My garage is friggin' dusty. Doesn't matter what I do. And there's other things that come in there and visit during the winter months and things like that, too. So we got to be careful with that.
So you got to clean, when you say you don't want to put anything away that's wet, you're cleaning everything down.
You're cleaning everything down, making sure it's dry.
That's a sweat box all of a sudden if they're trapped in there.
Those are Matheson's cleats from this year.
Matheson, so cute.
He had a great little baseball season this year. A little shout out to him and his coach Matt, who coached him in baseball. So newspapers, what I would really recommend, if you can stuff as much as you can inside the shoe. Oh,
is that what you do?
Yeah, you can even untie the shoe if you want to, but just try to stuff that in. The reason why you're doing that, and people are like, why would I put newspaper in? Do I really have to? That newspaper, if there's any moisture sitting in that shoe, that newspaper is going to draw that moisture into the newspaper and kind of create it to dry out. It's also going to hold the form of the shoe as well. So
that's true.
If you're storing your baseball shoes, your soccer shoes, the cleats, what you want to make sure is that you're doing that. That's one way. For any of the dirt, you can wash them off. But if you're washing them off, you got to make sure they dry.
They've got to be dry. Like bone dry before you put them away. Are you sort of crossing your fingers that he's even going to be able to wear these next season?
You know, 100%. Yeah.
Because really, in reality, right?
Yeah. But
what's with their feet?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like, they grow so quickly.
I live in a town with a family of 200 of us, 200 family members in the town. We have always somebody coming up.
Pass it down.
We always have somebody coming up.
That's right.
Coming up. That poor kid on the back end gets all the hand-me-downs. That poor kid on the back end.
Listen, it still works.
So once you're starting to store, so you have that's his baseball bag. It's dry with balls themselves. They're pretty easy. Just want to make sure that they're stored dry as well. This one here has gotten a lot of abuse as a softball. We can wash that off, but I think that makes it look rough.
I think it looks good.
Now when it comes to the gloves, so when it comes to gloves, you know, they have so many. This one here used to light up.
Really?
You throw that in, But here's one of it. Look at how cute that is.
That's adorable. Look. Oh, my God. Little baby glove.
So we're going to treat gloves. This one here, I don't know why there's still some plastic on that one, because I think he used it. You know, sometimes you buy things and you just forget you had them.
I know, right? That's why the clear bins are good.
But this here, what we're going to do is that's just for, this is beeswax.
Oh,
what you would use on your leather shoes.
Yeah.
You're just going to take a little bit of a rag, and before you store them, if you want to take some time to make sure that glove's going to store right.
Yes.
And really, you know, they're going to outgrow some of these gloves, but you can take a look at how all of a sudden how that gleams. These are leather products.
Nice.
This is indeed my glove that's there, so I would store that way, but we're really making sure that, number one, they're not wet.
Yeah.
Number two, any dirt. Number three, if we can, and even if you can store store them with a
the ball
inside.
there.
And if you can just either put an elastic band or tie that up, and then when you store it, it's going to hold that pocket perfect for them.
Right. I love that. That is great. These are actually really beautiful, and some of them are kind of on the expensive side. So it makes a lot of sense for you to actually be polishing them, buffing them before you put them away, because you're going to want these to last as long as possible.
And, you know, even for themselves, even if you keep it because their first baseball glove,
I know.
Let's say that they do make it to the big league, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say they do.
It's just a dream, but it could happen.
That glove could be your retirement. You may want to save that for a glove. You know, just save that glove. Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know if your boys ever went through a phase where they put the ball in it and then put it under their pillow.
Yeah.
Sydney slept with his under his pillow for a while.
My son slept with baseballs, hockey pucks, lacrosse balls. Every sport that he's in, he slept with that sport.
Yes, I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, anything to say about helmets?
Helmets as well. Make sure, you know, you got to make sure that, number one, there's no cracks. So at the end of the season, inspect the helmet overall to make sure that there's no cracks in it.
Yeah.
You can wipe it down with just soap and water and or vinegar. Make sure it's also the padding inside are dry.
Yeah.
Helmets are something you do not want to pass down.
Right.
Okay, you want to purchase and make sure you purchase new helmets.
Absolutely.
Because the one major thing that you want to protect is somebody's head. Yes.
These get knocked around quite a bit. And keep this stuff away from your dog. They will eat it.
Yes. I have a puppy now,
Rip them right out and eat them, because apparently they taste good too. Thanks for the tips.
Thank you.